Thanks for the support as a channel member, Dan Miles. Well. We're back. The save is still a little bit broken. I have spoken to Sports Interactive and I have a response. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, go back and watch the last episode, which explains how I managed to break my save. But they've basically come back to me with some good news and some bad news. The bad news is there's nothing we can immediately do to fix the problem. They think the problem has been caused by, because we played so far down in the regional leagues on a custom database, and we're so far into the future now on that custom database, that the game basically ran out of teams to promote. As teams got relegated and other teams got promoted, it ran out of teams. So it's generated a team, as in the Tour Second 11 team that we're stuck managing as well. It's generated that team and doesn't really know how to cope with the fact that it's generated that team and the fact that leagues are playable that far down. They have promised me, now they know about the issue, they know how to fix it for the future. So it is something that will be fixed going forward. Doesn't help my save. So we think, and we've modeled this a little bit and it looks like it works, the only solution we've really got is to make sure that the B team get relegated, or not the B team, the new second 11, make sure they get relegated. So I'm going to manage them this season, which I'll do off camera. It just means the episodes will take a little bit longer. There'll be more of a gap between episodes potentially, because obviously it doubles the amount of in-betweeny time. Plus, there's going to be an element of reloading there to make sure that they get relegated. If I accidentally win a game, I'm going to have to reload it, for example. But we're going to make sure they get relegated. And then when they get relegated, if I remove the regional leagues from the game, it means they won't come back. So it's going to be a problem just for this season. It doesn't break the save long term. It just means this season is going to be a bit of a pain in the backside off camera. But we are safe to continue. So let's continue. Hello and welcome to part 38 of the Tour de France. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have two games for you. We're against Bordeaux and Red Star, both in the league. And goodness me, am I glad that we don't have to end the save for it being broken, because look at us. We're top of the league. Oh, look at this form that we've been in. The B team, not having so much luck. We're losing lots of games, and we even had a 7-1 win. We are rattling in the goals, and we are top of the table, 16 games on the board, with 33 points there already. 2 points clear of second place, 4 points clear of third. Barcola and Double Steve both absolutely rattling in the goals. Double Steve, Barcola and Tutu are the three best players in the division for average rating. And Guema, the fourth member of the front four, is high up there on assists as well. We have got just such an incredibly good attack. Only Double Steve has made it into the Dream 11, but as you can see, he is considered one of the best players in the division. And the acquisition of Double Steve on a loan, sorry, not a free transfer, has been quite a big one. I'm surprised. I mean, he was playing in this league last year and not really pulling up any trees, but clearly playing in a better team, he is having a jolly good time. So we will play Bordeaux. Bordeaux were relegated from Ligue 1 last year. They are in and around the promotion spots, so they will be looking to pick up a win to keep them in the mix. And we, of course, would like a win to keep them solidly out of the way. We do have a couple of injury issues. Deleste has picked up an injury. He's going to have 3 to 4 months with a hip injury, which is not ideal for our starting centre-back. Cisse is also injured, and Gabriel Tutu is currently injured. So we're not quite full strength. But as you saw from the form, we are playing really rather well at the moment. And hopefully we don't need to be full strength. We've got Jerf in goal, a back for Vita, David Carter, Matsima and Van der Merch, Gomez and Lopi in midfield, Lemina and Nguema out wide, Barcola and Double Steve linking up together up front with all those goals that they've got. Hold on, I'm checking. Yeah, okay, so this is the border. There's a second 11 game going on at the same time, so I just need to, can we just give me a team playing the second 11? I mean, it's a bunch of grayed out players. You would like to think we should be able to lose that game. Obviously, I'm not going to make you sit through that. Just be aware that is going to be going on in the background this season, and then it'll be gone, and we never need to worry about it again. And it's just something to bear in mind for future Road to Glory saves. And it's something I do usually do. So if anything, it's self-inflicted, because I used to do this not really. There was never a reason to do it, but I would do it anyway. As I got promoted up the leagues, I would start to remove some of the leagues lower down from being playable, basically just to make the game run a little bit quicker. For whatever reason, I've not done it on this save, and I always do. And it's obviously come back to bite me, and that's not ideal. And what is also not ideal is going 1-0 down inside the first 12 minutes in this match. Bordeaux with the counter-attack. And, yeah, they've just got straight at us there and grabbed themselves a goal. Matsima not really getting the tackling that we would have hoped for from him. And we're going to get multiple examples of us missing Deleste, I imagine. But I think I need to answer my door. I am recording this on the Friday morning that this comes out. So I'm expecting lots of deliveries today, because those of you who are into nerdy Pokemon cards will know that today's the day the Pokemon Go Pokemon set comes out. And I'm expecting deliveries. So there might be the odd pause here and there, but Bradley Barcola has just grabbed an equaliser, so it doesn't matter if my Pokemon cards aren't here yet, because we're doing football goals. Lovely stuff. Gomez plays it forward to Nguema, double Steve, then dropping a little bit deep, releasing Barcola, and he is just absolutely full of goals at the moment, and we are on the attack again through Vita. Plays it to Lopi, and now to Lemina, who is getting an opportunity. With 2-2 injured, Lemina is getting the opportunity to play some games again. We'd hoped this would be the season we'd give him some opportunity, but Barcola has just gone from strength to strength and kind of removed the need for us to even have Lemina at the club, so I doubt we'll be loaning him again. And what a save from Jerf there, my word. If we'd have still had Mandrea in goal, it would be 2-1, but that is an absolutely stunning save from Jerf. Leads to a corner, and we managed to head clear through Lemina, but we're not safe yet. Bordeaux still keeping the attack rolling. If somebody could get a tackle in and maybe a counter-attack, that would be super. Instead, Ian Gomez just lumping it forward. Then Nguema is there, getting involved in defending set pieces again. He's very good in the air. He's a big boy, and he is useful in those kind of situations. And Barcola has been released. So he's not really got anyone to support him. He needs to hold the ball up. In fact, plays it back to Van der Merch. Now Nguema to Lopi, who shoots from range, and probably had better options rather than just trying to hit it from 35 yards out. It does, I mean, it looked more of a threat than I think it ever actually was. I don't think it was ever going to dip down below the crossbar. Lopi, though, with the corner now, and it's the header from Matsima to put us 2-1 up. 36 minutes on the clock, and it's a good old set piece route to goal. Far post corner. Cross comes in, Matsima, one of the two centre-backs, loading up that far post, and it is a very strong header from Christian Matsima, and it's Bordeaux 1, Tor 2, as we continue to charge towards Ligue 1. That's the goal for this season. Well, we've got 2 goals. Get the second 11 relegated, get the first team promoted. I don't think getting the second team relegated will get me sacked, so we're crossing our fingers about that. It should be fine. Right, let's just give everybody a little bit of a halftime tickle. Get out there, carry on as we... I was going to say start as you mean to go on. We've already started and we're doing quite well. Carry on as you've been doing. That old cliche phrase that we all like to use. And we have got some players who are getting pretty tired, actually. Nguema, the strikers, Matsima. I don't want to do another one of my 5 substitution throwing the game away things that you all tell me off about. But look how many tired legs we've got. We're already suffering from a little bit of a mini injury crisis. I feel like we need to keep things fresh. Matsima can come off for Maltiness. And then we're going to change both the strikers, because we've got Ndilu and Oliver Gall up front. And then Nguema can come off and Fowry can come on that side, which means we make him a winger. And then Lopi becomes our playmaker when we do that. And then I'll try and be disciplined and just make 4 changes. Although Ian Gomez probably needs to come off. We've got Renault sat there on the bench as an obvious replacement. But if we do 4 at once, yeah, that's better than doing 5, right? Now we'll do the 5th one in a minute. Gomez charging forward. Maybe if that had been a fully fit Renault, we grab a goal there. So actually, we're going to make that change now. Assistant manager suggesting Bossiwa in midfield, which is an interesting thing I've not really considered before, but we're not going to do that right now. We're going to switch him to now be the playmaker. Lopi will go back to be box to box, and we've got 15 minutes left to try and hold on to our lead with a slightly rotated attack in particular now with Ndilu and Gale, who knows? Oliver's up front. And Bordeaux on the attack again. If we could we could do a crunching tackle, please. My word. David Carter nearly scoring a spectacular own goal, but Jerf is having a game. He's made a couple of very good saves today. That, from his own defender, is very much one of them. Gal has picked up an injury up front, but we're going to leave him on, and we are going to pick up the 3 points, a very important 3 points as well, against a team who are chasing hard to... Oh, we've got to do this match now. A team that we're going to... Right, hold on. First things first, let's take the goalkeeper out of goal just to make sure that we lose. And, yeah, I'll show you the... In fact, I can show you our league table now. Look, it's right there. Based on that result, is this up to date? This isn't up to date with the Bordeaux result. We'll have a look at it after I've lost this match, because this is never going to stop being annoying having to do this. Yay, we're losing already. Well, the injuries just keep on coming. Double Steve has now picked up a knock. Van der Merch and Gomez both suspended for this game. Olivier Gall is injured as well, as we saw in that last game. So we're rushing Cisse and Tutu back a little bit earlier than they normally would be back. So Cisse comes in at left back. Fowry comes into the midfield with Gomez suspended. And then up front, we're going with Ndulu and Tutu as the strikers, with Barcola moving out onto the left-hand side, Lemina dropping down to the bench. So a few little bits of shuffling around. We do need to keep an eye on Cisse and Tutu. I doubt either of them are going to make it through a full match, but they... I mean, they're two of our best players, and it's nice to have them back in, and maybe a little bit sooner than expected. Please don't get injured again, lads. We do need you as part of this push for the title that we're currently on. Maltinus, who is playing in a very, very unusual right back position for us today. Because we don't have any other right backs. We've only got Van der Merch as a right back in the squad. De Lest is the guy that we normally play out there. He's injured. David Carter, we tried playing out there. It didn't really work. So Maltinus is giving it a try today. I know you're all going to say, Kev, Maltinus is absolutely not a wing back. I agree. But you know what? We're not going to change the tactic. That would be absolute madness. This guy is our wing back today. It'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, you could argue probably switch to a back three with Maltinus, Matsima, Carter, then Cisse and Fowry could be wing backs easily for us. 2-2 with the cross. Barcola's there, and Bradley Barcola just cannot stop scoring. It's Tor 1, Red Star 0, and we are just in incredible form at the moment. And Barcola, I can't believe, I mean, he's been here a few years now, but I cannot believe how ineffectual he was in that first year when he was here on loan, to the point where we almost didn't sign him. He was sat out of contract for weeks before we brought him in, and we kind of brought him in as a last resort because no one else wanted him, and he was just kind of sat there, and we knew he could do an adequate rotation job, and now he's one of our best players. I'm going to say I saw it all along, just like Maltinus is a wing back, because he's been the second best player on the pitch today. Sometimes Kev just sees things. Honest. Thankfully, we don't have a second 11 game to play today, so I think it plays in between the next two matches, so I can holiday the days when I'm not playing another match. I just can't holiday past them when I am doing a match. I know lots of you have said in the comments, Kev, why don't you just get an instant result skin? I don't use skins. I just play with the standard skin. I don't want to start using a skin now. I don't think any skin out there is as good as the vanilla one that comes with the game. I think it makes it more confusing to follow along as a viewer, because the vast majority of people play without a skin. So this way we keep it looking the way people see their game. I know people are going to say, oh, I think you'll find I play with a skin. Yeah, I'm sure I know some of you play with a skin, but most of you don't. And even most of you don't. And also, if I have an instant result button on there, you're all going to think I'm using the instant result button. So I just don't want to have that constant conversation of, oh, Kev, you just... It's like, at the moment, I can show you I'm not holidaying. So I am actually playing the football matches. It keeps some integrity to the save, which I think is important. We're just shuffling everybody around a little bit here to try and get everyone into a position that suits them. We can swap those two around now and make Lopi a deep-lying forward. So we've got Cisse and Tutu off. I think we'll leave it there for now. I know Barcola could do with coming off as well. Lopi, Card, everybody's tired, but we're narrowly ahead again. And I have learnt I have learnt from previous matches where if you're narrowly ahead, if you make 5 changes, it can disrupt things a smidgen. Claudel is charging forward on the right. Good cross from him, and Bridge and Delu is there at the far post, but he can't direct his header downwards towards the goal. And I think we need to make our remaining couple of substitutions now because we have a team full of walking wounded. I'm not bringing Tom Renault on to play centre-back like my assistant manager is telling me to, but he can come on and play in midfield, and then we'll take off Barcola, and Grilla Voguai can come on up front as we continue to really scrape the bottom of the barrel for attacking players. I think we are pretty much down at the bottom of the barrel now, and fingers crossed we don't find ourselves having to chase another goal. We're all right at the moment. We're 1-0 up. Although Renault has given the ball away there. He needs to win it back. He's just letting this guy go past him. Slide in, Tom. Break his ankles. We've only got 5 minutes left in the game. It doesn't matter if he gets sent off. I think Tom Renault can stop that happening. I think he's really reluctant to make the challenge there. And, I mean, it's a good job we didn't bring him on at centre-back, like my assistant manager said. But he's had opportunities there to just slide in, get himself sent off, but prevent a goal. And he hasn't. And now we do find ourselves with a couple of minutes to go, having to chase a winner without any of our goal scorers on the pitch now. So it's, oh my word, what has happened here? This has been quite the turnaround. I think it's just a case of there's too many players injured, too many players tired. We've played too much football, and this is too much of a squad rotation. That front four is not good enough. And I think we've just let them back into the game by massively lowering the quality of our team there. We are still top of the league, I think. But that was just a little example that we don't have a massive amount of depth beyond the usual first teamers and the first reserves. And if we go too deep, things like that will happen. But let's have a quick look at the league table before we go. As with future episodes, like I say, it's going to take a little bit longer to do the in-betweeny bits this season. I will do my best to get a video out for you for Monday. If there isn't one, that's why. There'll be one on Tuesday. And I will get them out as regularly as I can while I'm having to do all these in-betweeny bits. But I'm sure you'll understand that it does add a lot of extra work to the whole thing. And I'm not doing an instant result skin. So no. We are still top of the league, though, and that is the important thing. So if you have enjoyed that, I've just thrown coffee over my keyboard. I've distracted myself. If you have enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much for watching.